What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Matt here, Chief Tasting Officer, Master Blender, Barrel King. As my friends Bone Thugs and Harmony would say, wake up, wake up, wake up. It's the first of the month, get up. Get up. And not only is it the beginning of a new month, it's a beginning of a brand new year. Happy New Year, everybody. Happy New Year. Barrel King kicking things off right with 3 brand new releases for Barrel King Gold members. If you're late to the party and you're not a Barrel King Gold member yet, click on the link in the description below. It'll send you over to Barrel King's website, get you signed up. January 2025, we have 2 blends and a single barrel. The first blend came out of this bottle, which I don't even know why I'm showing you it, because it's not even what the label looks like. This bottle with this beautiful pink wax is the very first Barrel King Fantasy label. And there's no better way to introduce the Fantasy label to the market than by introducing the Fantasy label to the market with a bottle called Love Story. That's what this little pour is called, a 117 proof Love Story. The Fantasy label indicates that the whiskey in the bottle has been partially finished in a conditioned used barrel. In the case of Love Story, this blend of 11-year 99% corn MGP bourbon, 17-year American light whiskey, 9-year 21% rye MGP bourbon, and 8-year 95.5 MGP rye was finished in conditioned strawberry barrels, conditioned chocolate barrels, and then ex-stag bourbon barrels. The result is this, and OMG. And thanks to Sydney at Barrel King, the client experience manager, this came to fruition and is honestly one of the most refreshing, unique experiences I've tasted in whiskey all year long. To the nose we goes. The first thing I smell when I nose this is something I don't think I've ever smelled on any type of whiskey ever, and that is strawberry Nesquik powder. Nosing this reminded me of peeling back that yellow lid when I was just a strawberry loving kid. On top of that, I get some of those wafers. You know what I'm talking about, the white and the pink and the brown wafers. They're like strawberry, vanilla, and chocolate flavored wafers. They come in like a square plastic wrap, or if you shop at Costco, they come on like an 8x8 pallet. Can you imagine? Stair-sized wafers would be the best. Personally, for me, diving deeper into the nose, past those wafers and past that strawberry Nesquik would be doing me a disservice, because I really want to hone in on that and enjoy this as something completely different than I've had in a very long time. Keeping those notes in mind, I'm putting batch 99, -1, batch 98 down the hatch. It's like strawberry cake, or like a strawberry cake frosting. A marble cake with strawberry frosting. This is gonna sound strange, but it's extra oily, but with it being extra oily, also still reminds me of biting into one of those wafers, which aren't oily. To me, it maintains that crispy chocolate strawberry wafer while also being oily and coating the mouth. This is super good. To be perfectly honest, the Fantasy label could not be introduced with a better whiskey. It just dances. This kind of gets your imagination going. You do pick up on the chocolate and you do pick up on the strawberry. Very warming down past this part of Matt. And then as it gets into the larger area of Matt that I don't like to show on camera, it really warms it up. Man, I cannot wait for Gold members to get this bottle, crack it open, pour it in a glass and put their nose in it for the first time. If you don't get strawberry Nesquik, then were you ever even a kid? Huh? Are you Benjamin Button? Let's move to batch 99. Batch 99 is a Jared blend called the Great Cornholio, or Cornholio for short. Why is it called Cornholio? Great question. Check it out. There's like a bunch of corn in here. Yeah, corn. If Cornholio doesn't give it away, then maybe the batch number 99 will help, because this is a blend of 11-year 99% corn, 1% malted barley MGP bourbon, and 17-year 99% corn, 1% malted barley MGP light whiskey, ringing in at 112.7 proof. Batch 99 is one corn forward bugger, in the mash bill anyway. On the nose, batch 99 is heavy Australian red licorice. And if you know anything about me, you know that I love a good Willy Wallaby. Oi, it's Australian red licorice, mate. Right and cheers, mate. Ding, Willy Wallaby sent ya. I'd fist fight a kangaroo to get my hands on red licorice that smelled this good. After you nose it a bit longer, the red licorice kind of turns into a candied peach ring. It's like your favorite gas station candies that you rip right off the hook and then soak in alcohol and drink. Wow. Coming off of batch 98, batch 99, entirely different nose, entirely different experience. But both experiences, they good. That is an oil slick. You're gonna need studded winter tires to get through this mess. But don't bother. Don't bother trying to get through it, just sit there and enjoy it. That is a slickery slope. The palate is very cherry and very sweet, but the perfection in this glass is the mouthfeel. The tasting experience of this is wonderful. It's like you caught a cherry trout that was covered in cherry slime, and then you released it back into the fresh, flowing cold river, and then your hands were covered in, that's a bad analogy. Trout are slippery. Second sip. That is so directly up my alley. There is an oak coming through from that 17-year light whiskey, but the bourbon profile kind of takes charge, takes lead, and really puts a roundness on that 17-year light whiskey. At Barrel King, we really want all of our releases to have an epic experience once it touches your lips. We really emphasize the importance of a good mouthfeel and the way that this whiskey moves through the palate, the way that it transitions from front to back, the way that it sticks around for way longer than you ever imagined, like your mother-in-law at Thanksgiving, really puts a stamp on how good this whiskey is. Not sure why she has to stick around so long. I guess somebody's got to make sure no one's having fun. Third sip. This one gets a bit more complex as you taste it. This one started to develop a little bit of barrel char on the back. It's just so fruit forward up front and then charry on the back, but then that barrel char dissipates rather quickly and you are left with this just overwhelming, everlasting whiskey oil. If people needed oil changes at like 40 years old and they drained mine and refilled it, I would request this. I would request this specifically. Batch 99 Barrel King. Nothing else. Top it off with that because it is lubricating every part of me in the best ways I could ever imagine. If you did taste this though, I don't think that you would ever imagine that what this is what it is. It doesn't taste like light whiskey and it doesn't taste like 99% corn bourbon. Somehow when they melded together with their powers combined, they just built this friggin' powerhouse of a pour. And I absolutely love it. Jared, you knocked that out of the park with this one, dude. I've said it once and I'll say it again. Jared is a magic man. The things he can do around bourbon barrels and a blending tank, Harry Houdini himself would be like, what is happening here and how did he do that? And then last but not least, we have a 137 proof American light whiskey single barrel, 17 years old. Barrel number S23.24. Giving it a bit of a swirl job, a bit of an SJ, giving it a little bit of a ride around town. Now into the nose. Yep. Yeah. This 17-year single barrel is heavy vanilla. It's like the vanilla frosting that you used to spread on graham crackers when you were little. Unless, of course, you didn't do that and that was just me. But I did it and I loved it. Don't judge. And if you've never tried it, you're never too old. Wow. That is 137 proof. You can tell by the way that it makes you do funny faces. Yep. Wow. That is a lingerer. That's like the team member you put in front of the committee to prove a point. Loud-mouthed, but well-spoken. Doesn't need a microphone, but projects its voice with its belly to the crowd. It is powerful, it is full of flavor, and it is long lasting. A lot of these light whiskey pours don't fall into the complex category, but rather a category of abundance. And it is abundant in damn near everything. Having tasted competition barbecue before, what I was taught, competition barbecue is meant for just full flavor, full send in a couple of bites. It's not really meant for a full meal. If you had too much competition barbecue, it would probably make you sick. If there was a competition cupcake category, that's where this light whiskey would fall. The white cake and the vanilla cake frosting just cranked up to 11. It's like a super powered cupcake. If that vanilla cupcake could also get you slammered if you overindulge. It is a power bomb of a pour. Damn! You scaled them. It is oily and thick. There is some oak on the back end, but it realistically is just an engulfing amount of vanilla flavor. This tastes like if the US military built a whiskey and they had no budget, but they wanted to pack a lot of power in a little pour. For January 2025, the 3 releases from Barrel King are gonna make every gold member happy. I love these, and I know you'll love them as well. If you're not a Barrel King gold member, like I said at the beginning of the video, click on the link in the description below. That's gonna do it for this video. Love you guys so much. See you in the next video. I'm out of here. Goodbye, good night. See you later.